Hello again. Squatch Plays Chess here. We're going to try not to lose every game today. Yesterday we lost every game. I tried playing some after recording, and I won a couple, but didn't win a ton. This person already looks like they don't even want to play me. That's alright. We'll just play a new game. We got white again. That's good. Let's go ahead and go bishop out. We'll go knight or queen, knight or queen, knight or queen, queen. And then we'll go probably other knight out. Actually, right here, we're just going to do this. And then if they do that, we have to do this to not trap our queen. We're going to do this to protect this knight going here to d4. Okay. It's hard for me to figure out what move to do here. Sometimes I just sacrifice the bishop for that pawn on f7, but I think I'm going to go back this time. I'm going to start playing a little faster. I'm going to castle. I'll attack the bishop so I don't give away free pawn. Castle. I'll move d pawn up so I can get my bishop out, develop a little bit, then get my knight out, move my rook to the center of the board. All the basic stuff. That's probably why I'm not high rated though, because it's the basic stuff that I do. Queen or pawn? Queen. That way we can push this pawn. And then we'll actually take with the knight, not the rook. The point is to open up the rook. Okay. All right, stuff's going good now. Develop. We got pretty good center control. You don't want to just hop your knight in there. Don't do that. We'll push the D pawn and then the E pawn. Well, actually, he's letting us push the E pawn first, and then he resigns. Interesting. Let's do the game review. I didn't really see that coming. Gave away a knight, but why did he resign? 85.9, not a bad game. Not bad at all. Got two mistakes. Let's see them. Bishop back. What did it want us to do? Wants us to go forward. Get attacked by the pawn? Show me the moves. You think he's going to knight block? I don't know. Let's see. Castling was wrong. Might cause trouble. Pawn up on this side. See? It's so hard to tell sometimes. Okay. Was it best with the queen? Yep. And then push the pawn up too? Yep. We got it. Knight. Oh, we got three best in a row. That's a great concept. So here's where we can learn. If you take with the pawn here instead of the queen, you're going to double up your pawns in the middle and make it really hard for your queen to go anywhere and do anything. But by taking with the queen and then him doing a bad reply, a6 does almost nothing. I mean, he was probably wanting to develop his rook later, so he didn't want me to go down there and take that pawn for free, but that's just not what the position demanded. So we get to push the f pawn. It's a weak pawn usually, but this game, it was a strong pawn. You get to open up right in front of your rook. Don't take with your rook because it can't jump around. I mean, if you go up with your rook, it doesn't see any extra squares. It actually sees less squares than where it is. Because right now it can go 3 left. And you might could use that later on. You never know. But if you go up and take the pawn, so it does that. And then if you instead do this, let's see what the computer says. It's going to say not as good. Yeah. I mean, it still shows good because you took back the pawn. But you're not developing like you need to be. You need to take with the knight. He attacks the bishop. He's threatening to go on h5, even though there's a knight there. You wouldn't want to go there yet, but later on, if you do go to h5, you're attacking the g7 square right in front of the king, and so there's some checkmate possibilities there. You can jump to d5 if you're feeling risky, but you wouldn't do that now. You'd move the d pawn up, kind of just like we did later on, or we're gonna do. We were gonna do it right after this move, but he decides to go crazy and just move his queen. But we will take it. Winning is better than losing, and losing is all we did yesterday. Let's play another one. If he goes e4, we'll go Caro-Kann. We'll do this. You do this. You take. You can pre-move take, and then he ain't gonna take. So develop your bishop here. Very important. And then go here. You can either take there, double the pawns in the center, or if he takes the queen, that's all right too. It's a little bit out. He might try to do something funky, but I don't see why he would. Like, if he takes that knight, he's just trying to be annoying now. We'll just do this. Let's see. Here. He might get a pawn here. Yeah. Knight takes. He can't take this pawn, though, on b7, because my queen would take his queen. Push. What to do here? Let's see. How about we just do this? Line up our rook with our queen. And now take the pawn. And then develop the knight. Same bad. We did give away a pawn, but when the position's like this, it's so open that as long as you can get it back, it's okay. I really needed a check. We'll go here. He's not threatening f7 yet. He's allowing a lot of stuff, though. Like, I should be able to get out of this pretty well. And if he goes pawn, rook, okay. We can actually do this, and we might win the rook. Maybe. This best way is going e1. But, well, if he goes e1, I can actually just take on b7. And then he'll go down and take my rook. And then I'll move out a check on h7. That's why the king escaping is so important. Ooh, but I'll have to move fast. I didn't realize. All right, he tried to take the rook, but he can't because it's pinned. If he protects, I go here. He'll probably go there, here. We just got to keep the attack up. As long as the attack's still going, we still got good stuff. Here, checkmate. That one felt pretty well. It might not have been as clean, but it was probably over 70. Unless there was something I missed. 77. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it felt pretty good. Only one great move, though, and a blunder. To me, great moves and blunders even out. If you have a blunder and you have a great move, they just even out, in my opinion. But not always. Like, some games you can have, like, 6 to 10 great moves. They're kind of like moves that you have to play. So let's see here. Was it Okay, okay. This is a concept that you can do too. Bring your knight over. It's harder to think of the more stuff like that in the bullet games. But, so you probably want to do the same thing there, yep. Knight here, losing a pawn. It loses that big of an advantage. It loses 3.5, almost 4 points. That's pretty crazy. Was queen take best? Yeah. It all goes back to losing that pawn. Knight? Okay, this move is one of those moves that's hard to explain. And it's only a 0.05 difference. But the reality is, this move is way harder to play. Castling is more of the human move because if our queen on black ever moves and they take the pawn on b7 and our knight is there, more than likely we're going to have to go move the knight. So there was always that problem, and it makes it way worse. It's real easy to blunder that pawn. Like, super, like, see how easy that is? And it even says it's a mistake. It wanted a queen trade, which I kind of thought he would do. Great move. Just trading a knight. See, it's not hard to get great moves. Everyone can do it. Try to only trade when you're up. This move was really where it felt like it started tipping. Let's see how far back. Knight d4. You had to take. And then it was pretty almost forced from here. I mean, it was right here. I thought that I was getting out. It wanted me to do it right then. See, the computer's pretty savage, and that it doesn't even want you to just keep attacking. Yeah. It's hard to calculate that far in bullet, especially when you're trying to talk and explain. Well, that's always weird when it does that. Sometimes it glitches out. Alright, but we had a good concept here. Should end up winning a queen, and that's just excellent. Well, that's interesting. Okay, now what does it think was best? Check. Show us the moves, computer. Probably move to C file. Move back. Why does it... Yeah, I was not seeing that in the game. Alright, so checking here. They wanted to go all the way over there first and then bring the rook. Yeah. And that's its whole plan. Okay. Now going here because I missed the pawn. Well, I had 3 seconds, or about 3 seconds. I had to move pretty fast. So checks were the easiest way. So this loses a pawn. Yes, it does. We saw that because we see the checks. Excellent. Did it want me to go to the other side? This was what ended up winning us the game. Okay, right there. But then he's going to go to C file. No. Okay. That protects against checkmate. And then blunder. This is always a nice pattern when the king traps himself on those other 2 squares. And then you got the rook and queen, or bishop and queen, whatever it is. The queen, as long as the queen is protected, there could have just been the pawn on a6, and it still would have been checkmate. That is how strong the queen is. So, pretty nice game. Let's see. we'll go ahead and end this video, make it a shorter one today. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned some stuff, and I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you want. It would help me out a lot. Thank you.